Captain Threxia of the Varnock Dominion stood tall on the scorched battlefield, her armored plates gleaming beneath the twin suns of Harvok III. She was a living weapon, genetically refined and combat-trained from the age of 2. Her towering frame, coiled muscle fibers, and retractable bone blades had never failed her. Entire colonies had been pacified beneath her command. She was a legend in the Varnock war machine, and she knew it. What she didn't know was why the Dominion Council had insisted on testing a single human warrior in ritual combat. Humanity is unpredictable, they'd warned. Dangerous. Their victories can't be dismissed as accidents. She scoffed. They bleed like anything else. I'll prove it. Now she waited for her opponent, claws flexing, tail swaying with anticipation. Around the arena, an ancient stone coliseum, the Dominion's elite watched, including diplomats from multiple star systems. The human stood alone in the center of the arena, unarmored, unaugmented. His name, Sergeant Dax Mercer. Threxia's mandibles clicked in amusement. He looked average, not even enhanced. Just a tall man in black fatigues, a scar on his cheek, and a cold glint in his eyes. No plasma blades, no exosuit, just a metal staff. "Are you not afraid?" she asked in galactic common, her voice a guttural purr. Dax tilted his head. "You're not the first person who thought I was an easy kill." She bared her fangs. "You'll be the last to regret those words." Middle. The gong sounded. Threxia leapt with terrifying speed, bone blade extending from her wrist. She came down like a meteor, intending to split him in half. Dax sidestep. Clean. Minimal movement. The blade cracked stone where his skull had been a second earlier. Threxia blinked, then snarled. "Beginner's luck." She advanced again, slashing and stabbing with inhuman precision. Dax ducked, weaved, and spun, deflecting her strikes with a metal staff that somehow didn't snap against her bone. 10 seconds turned to 30, 30 to 60. Still, he hadn't counterattacked once. "Fight back," she roared. He responded by tapping her shoulder with the end of his staff. Just once. Pain exploded across her nerves. The staff delivered a kinetic shock, directly into her nerve clusters. She stumbled, caught herself, and hissed in surprise. He'd studied her anatomy. Dax finally spoke. "Varnock combat prioritizes overwhelming force. Your kind never trained for attrition. Or precision." She shrieked and charged again, enraged. He dodged. Again. 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 And then he struck back. Not wildly. Not to kill. He jabbed her joints, her pressure points, her balance centers. Every strike was surgical. Every movement conserved energy. Threxia's fury began to give way to something she hadn't felt in decades. Confusion. And then fear. This human wasn't fighting like a beast. He was dancing. Calculating. Deconstructing her, one nerve at a time. Later that night, flashback. Back at Dominion High Command, Threxia had once laughed at the footage of human soldiers in the Terran border wars. Flesh and bone-facing artillery, adapting tactics on the fly, ignoring odds and pain. Her mentor had warned her. Humans don't fight to win. They fight to survive. And when survival's on the line, they rewrite the rules. She hadn't understood. Now she did. Back to arena. Middle continued. Threxia's movements grew slower. Her vision blurred. She slashed, but he wasn't there. He was behind her, sweeping her legs. She fell hard, tail lashing wildly. She gasped, blinking sweat and blood from her eyes. Dax stood over her, staff against her neck. "Yield," he said simply. The arena fell silent. Threxia trembled. not from pain but disbelief. Her pride refused. Her muscles screamed otherwise. She lifted her chin. Do it. Kill me. But Dax stepped back. No. She sat up slowly, coughing. Why not? You're not my enemy, he said. Just someone who underestimated the wrong species. Those words hit harder than any strike. She rose, staggering. Around them, silence still reigned. She could feel the stares. The Dominion's strongest warrior had fallen. Not because she was weak, but because she'd never imagined the human could be strong. Threxia turned toward the diplomat's box. He wins, she barked. Fairly. Utterly. The crowd erupted, not with applause but stunned murmurs. Ending. Later, in the medical chambers, Threxia sat across from Dax, her arm in a regenerative sling. You didn't have to humiliate me, she said quietly. I didn't, he replied. I just did what I was trained to do. And you're still alive to learn from it. She tilted her head. I don't understand you humans. You're not supposed to. That's why we survive. That's why empires fall to us. A long silence stretched between them. Then she said something unexpected. You fought like someone who's lost a lot. He didn't deny it. And yet, she continued, you held back. Why? Dax took a breath. Because killing you would have proved nothing. Beating you like this shows your empire that strength isn't what you think it is. She nodded slowly. Her pride still stung, but her mind, her warrior's instinct, respected him more than she thought possible. The next day, Varnock Dominion leaders signed an armistice with Earth, not out of fear but out of respect. And Captain Threxia requested reassignment, not to the front lines, but as ambassador to Earth. She had much to learn, and maybe someone to learn it from.